Talent can be trained. Try eating and typing with your left hand. Do you think talent is inborn? Wrong. I'm going to tell you a harsh truth. 80% of the people you admire for their exceptional talent actually developed it through deliberate practice later in life. The reason you're ordinary isn't because you lack talent, it's because you've never pushed yourself out of your comfort zone to unlock those dormant abilities. Today, I want to share a method that's so simple you won't believe it, but it's incredibly powerful. Use your left hand for eating, typing, and all your daily tasks. This might sound like a joke, but behind it lies a top-tier cognitive model called the law of neuroplasticity activation. What does that mean? Your brain is like a piece of clay, it constantly reshapes itself based on your behavior patterns. When you repeat the same actions, your brain forms fixed neural pathways. This is called automaticity. Automaticity makes you efficient, but it also puts your brain in a dormant state. When you force yourself to use your non-dominant hand, you're jolting awake the unused areas of your brain and building entirely new neural connections. This training isn't just about strengthening your left hand, it's about reshaping your brain's overall adaptability and learning ability. Why is this so important? Because talent, at its core, is just your brain's speed of adaptation and efficiency in learning. People who learn things quickly aren't smarter, their brains are used to discomfort and to building new connections fast. But your brain? It's been lazing around in your comfort zone for far too long. Let me tell you about my own experience. 2 years ago, I hit a slump, I struggled to learn new things, my writing ideas dried up, and my creative efficiency plummeted. I tried everything, reading books, taking courses, meditating, but nothing worked. Then one day, I stumbled on a neuroscience study that said using your non-dominant hand for daily tasks can activate unused parts of your brain. I thought, can something this simple really work? But I decided to give it a try anyway. The first week, I started eating with my left hand. You have no idea how frustrating that was. I couldn't hold my chopsticks steady, rice fell everywhere, and by the end of a meal, I was sweating. But after sticking with it for a week, I started brushing my teeth, opening doors, and typing with my left hand too. At first, my typing speed was only 10% of what it was with my right hand. I had to think for seconds just to hit one key. But then something amazing happened. A month later, I noticed I was learning new software faster, my writing ideas were more lively, and even my reaction time had improved. This wasn't a coincidence. Later, I did more research and realized, when you use your left hand, you force your right brain to activate. The right brain is responsible for creativity, spatial thinking, and holistic reasoning. But most people rely so much on their right hand that their right brain stays in a semi-dormant state. 3 months of left-hand training is like giving your right brain a full-scale workout. What you gain from this isn't just more flexible fingers, it's a better ability to learn. Your brain starts to realize, oh, I can adapt to new things this quickly. Once that mindset clicks, you'll learn anything faster. That's why people who speak multiple languages find learning a fourth language easier than learning a second. Their brains are already used to that fast adaptation pattern. But why can't most people do this? Because they can't stand the clumsiness. When you eat with your left hand, you feel like an idiot. When you type with it, the inefficiency drives you crazy. It's uncomfortable. So most people quit after 2 days. They make excuses. What's the point? I don't need to use my left hand. My time is too valuable to waste on this. But what they don't see is that this clumsiness is a sign your brain is reshaping itself. When you feel clumsy, it means your brain is forming new neural connections. When you feel frustrated, it means you're pushing past your comfort zone. All growth happens when you're uncomfortable, not when you're cozy in your comfort zone feeling good about yourself. I have a friend who works in design. He always thought he lacked creative talent, his work was always plain and unremarkable. I told him to try left-hand training. He didn't believe it at first, but he stuck with it for 2 months, sketching and using his mouse with his left hand every day. 3 months later, his design style changed completely, it became bolder and more imaginative. He was shocked himself, saying, "It's like my brain suddenly started coming up with ideas I never would have had before." This isn't magic, it's science. Creativity doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it comes from connections and collisions between different parts of your brain. When you only use your dominant hand, your thinking stays fixed and linear, but when you activate the other side of your brain, your thinking suddenly becomes more three-dimensional and multifaceted. Now, let me tell you exactly how to do this. Starting today, pick 3 daily tasks and force yourself to do them with your left hand. I recommend starting with eating, brushing your teeth, and opening doors. You do these 3 things every day, so they're easy to stick with. The first week will be tough, but push through it. Starting the second week, add left-hand typing. Type at least 500 words a day. Don't worry about speed, focus on building muscle memory in your left hand. After a month, you'll notice your left hand isn't nearly as clumsy anymore. After 3 months, you'll see a clear improvement in your learning ability, creativity, and reaction time. Remember, this isn't about training your left hand, it's about reshaping your brain. Every clumsy attempt with your left hand sends a message to your neurons: I need to evolve. I need to get stronger. The geniuses you admire just figured out this secret earlier than you did. Talent isn't born, it's trained. And the key to training it is constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and forcing your brain to build new connections. So stop complaining about lacking talent. You've just never actually trained your brain. Starting today, pick up your left hand and do the things that make you feel clumsy. Every time you feel clumsy, that's proof you're getting stronger. In 3 months, you'll meet a new version of yourself, someone who learns quickly, thinks more sharply, and is more creative. That's when you'll realize, talent is just a reward for people who are willing to put up with the clumsiness. Don't wait. Right now, pick up your chopsticks and take a bite with your left hand. Start with this one bite, start reshaping your brain, start reshaping your life. Your talent is hidden in the actions you're least used to.